Bumisita sila Rina sa puntod ng kanyang ama kinabukasan. Doon ay hinayaan muna siyang mapag-isa ng mga kasama niya. Somehow that was the closest she could get to her father. She could no longer see him, no longer hug him, no longer talk to him. And no matter how hard it was for Rina, she had to face the truth. Naulila na siya at mag-isa na lang talaga sa buhay. Kahit naman matagal na siyang independent, iba pa rin yung alam niyang wala na talaga siyang magulang. Yung alam niya na hindi na niya makikita pa ang mga ito. Pero ang pinakamasakit sa lahat, ay yung mawala ang kanyang ama. Nang hindi siya nakakahingi ng tawad, ni hindi niya nasabi na hindi naman talaga siya galit, na hindi nito kailangang hingiin ang kapatawaran niya, at tulad ng kanyang ama, ay hindi rin siya tumigil na mahalin ito. But she wasn't able to say any of those. Instead, heto siya, puntod na lang ang kaharap niya. Rina, narinig niyang marahang tawag ni Ian, agad niyang tinuyo ang mga luha bago ito nilingon. Let's go. Masyado nang mainit. Mauna na kayo, sagot niyang pinilit ngumiti, para may parating na okay lang siya. Susunod ako kaagad. Rina, atubili nitong nilapitan siya imbes na umalis. I'm not used to seeing you like this. Where's the strong woman I know? I'm sorry, just a moment. Ian please, susunod na ako. Okay, suko nito. Huwag kang masyadong magtatagal, mataas na ang araw. She nodded at sinundan ito ng tingin noong tumalikod ito. The last thing she wanted now was to have feelings for Ian. Dahil kapag nagkataon, magiging napakahirap sa kanya ang umalis sa buhay ng mga ito. Pero sa concern na pinapakita ng binata ngayon, imposible ang hindi mahulog. Imposible ang walang maramdaman. Sa pagiging maalalahanin nito, muli niyang itinuon ang atensyon sa puntod ng kanyang ama. Daddy, I wish you were here. I wish pwede mo akong bigyan ng payo. Because right now, I'm beginning to get confused. See that man? I think I'm falling for him. Kaso hindi pwede. Ano po ba ang dapat kong gawin? She sighed. Dad, I missed you. Muling bumalong ang luha sa kanyang mga mata. I wish you're here, and you can tell me what to do. She stayed for another 5 minutes, bago siya nagdesisyong umalis na. I love you Daddy. She also visited her mother's grave, that for some reason, ay malayo sa puntod ng ama. Perhaps it was the second wife who decided, na hindi pagsamahin ang kanyang mga magulang. It was okay. Hindi niya gagawing issue iyon. After all, his wife was the one who cared for his father, when she was supposed to be the one by his side. Mommy, I hope you are with Daddy now. I love you both and I miss you so much. She lit a candle and left a flower on her grave, before she turned to go. Akala ni Rina uuwi na sila. She was tired, Ian and Alicia were tired as well. Kaya nagulat siya nang sa halip na umuwi sila, ay dumiretso sila sa isang beach resort. Daddy, this is amazing. Excited na sabi ni Alicia na nagtatakbo na sa dagat. Agad itong sinundan ni Paul, bago pa sila ang makahabol sa bata. Pero the adverb pupunta rin dapat si Rina, pinigilan lang siya ni Ian. Let Paul handle Eli, he said, stopping her by the arm. Nag-aaral pa lang siyang lumangoy Ian. Worried na aniya bagamat kalmado naman ang dagat. And Paul is a multi-awarded swimming champion. Bahagya itong ngumiti. Alicia is in good hands. But, Rina, we're here so you can relax. Not to be a worrisome thing. What? Confused niyang tanong. Look, the last couple of days have been tough for you. I just want you to relax a little, before we go back home. Hinawi nito ang buhok niyang naligaw sa kanyang mukha, and tucked it behind her ear, where his hand lingered a little longer than necessary. Be strong Rina, he smiled down at her. We're here because of me. Hindi siya makapaniwala sa gesture ni Ian. She felt her heart melting at his thoughtfulness. Alicia and I have been longing to see your smile again. Ian. An involuntary smile escaped her lips, at what he said. Parang gusto niyang maiyak sa concern na pinapakita nito. That's it, Ian said, smiling widely at her. Thank you. Don't mention it, come on. Hinhila siya nito sa kamay patakbo sa dagat. When she resisted, he stopped dragging her, at walang ano-ano ay pinasan siya sa balikat nito, Ian. Magkahalong takot at tawang sigaw niya. Put me down. Tumawa lang si Ian, at hindi siya pinakinggan. Si Alicia naman parang nakahanap ng kalaro, at tuwang-tuwang nakisali sa kanila. Oh, can I stop myself from falling in love with you, Ian, when you're not giving me a reason not to? They spent the whole day just enjoying the sea, eating buffet meals, playing sand castles and pretending to be a happy family. A happy family. Maybe for Eli, they're even the perfect ones. Sobrang saya ng bata, and Rina could honestly say, she has never seen Alicia so happy. The smile on her face, the glint on her eyes, those are what she's going to ruin, when it's time for Rina to say goodbye. Just enjoy the moment, Rina. You won't know how long everything will last. Keep as many memories as you can. When Rina and Alicia woke up the next morning, wala na si Ian. Sabi ni Paul, kinailangan nitong bumalik na sa Maynila. Emergency, ayon dito. Naiwan si Paul at isang bodyguard, na siya nilang kasama sa sasakyan. Why didn't Daddy wait for us? Mahaba ang ngusong tanong ni Alicia, habang nasa biyahe na sila. Dad's got an immediate appointment, Eli, alo niya sa bata. He should have woken us up. Daddy didn't want to disturb our sleep. It's okay, anak. Remember, Daddy is a very busy man, but he spent 3 days with us, right? You shouldn't get mad. Eli just pouted. At the back of Rina's mind, sumasang-ayon siya sa anak. Dapat ginising na lang sila ni Ian, para sabay-sabay na lang silang bumalik. Pero syempre hindi niya gagatungan iyon, at baka sumama pa ang loob ng bata sa ama nito. Isa pa, sinamahan sila ni Ian ng 3 araw, na walang iniintinding iba kundi sila. That was more than enough. Hello boss. Cheerful na bungad ni Paul sa tumawag, he mouthed it's Ian, to Rina. Yup, malapit na kami. No worries. Yes bye. Is that Daddy? Si Eli. Yup. He's just checking if his queen and his little princess are safely back at his castle. Patudyong sagot ni Paul, na bahagyang nginitian ng makahulugan si Rina. She just rolled her eyes at him. Rina, tumawag ka raw kapag nasa bahay na, dugtong nito. Okay, wala pang ang 8 hours, di na mapakali ang lover boy, hirit pa nito. Pinandilatan niya ito ng mata, habang palihim na binabantaan itong wag nang magsasalita ng kahit na ano, dahil andon si Alicia. Paul just laughed at her annoyance. Pagdating sa bahay ay iniayos muna niya si Alicia. Pagod ito sa biyahe, kaya pinatulog niya muna. She was about to call Ian, nang maunahan siya nito sa pagtawag. Are you home yet? He asked, his voice a little hoarse and tired. We just arrived, sagot niya. Good, can you get Eli on the phone? She's already sleeping, Ian, but I'll tell her you called. Well then, inakala ni Rina ibinaba na ni Ian ang telepono, dahil di na ito nagsalita. Ian, are you? Rina, thanks for the weekend, he said. I should be the one thanking you, Ian. I wouldn't have known how to cope up alone. You and Eli made it easier for me. Thank you. You're welcome. She felt na may gusto pa itong sabihin. But instead, he said goodbye. Napatingin si Rina sa natutulog na anak. Your dad is weird, ngumiti siya bago lumabas sa silid ng bata. She was already in her room, when Leia called her. Leia, hey, bungad niyang humiga sa kama niya. Rina, are you okay? May nahimigan siyang pag-aalala sa tinig nito. Yup, sagot niya, hindi naman niya sinabi sa kaibigan ang tungkol sa kanyang ama, so she was sure Leia wasn't calling for that. May problema ba, Leia? Have you heard? Heard what? The news. What news? You haven't been watching the news, right? Leia, what's the matter? Kinakabahan na siya sa tono ng kaibigan niya. Hindi siya mahilig manood ng TV, kaya clueless siya sa sinasabi ni Leia. It's Olive, Rina. Olive. Why would Olive be in the news? Almost 2 months after she ran away, the news about her already stopped, at nakamove on na lahat sa pangyayari. So, Why would she be in the news again? May ginawa na naman ba ang kaibigan niya? She was found almost lifeless in her apartment in London. Agad gumapang ang takot sa buong katawan ni Rina. Halos tumayo ang lahat ng balahibo niya sa katawan. Watch the news, Rina. There's exclusive coverage about her now. Rina almost ran to where the television was, at nagmamadaling hinanap ang channel na tinukoy ni Leah. She watched with her hands on her mouth, as tears streamed down her cheeks. What happened? Her friend was supposed to be having the life she had always dreamed about. Bakit ito natagpo ang halos wala ng buhay? Sabi sa balita, a concerned citizen called the police, nang marinig nito ang mga tila kamakalabog na tunog sa loob ng unit ni Olive. Few minutes later, she was found bathing in her own blood. Halos wala ng buhay at may mga sugat sa katawan. Josh, her husband, was the prime suspect, and is now on police manhunt. Sa ngayon, nasa critical condition si Olive. At dahil buntis ito at grabe ang tinamo nitong pinsala, her baby didn't survive. Katunayan, maging si Olive mismo ay wala pang kasiguraduhang magsusurvive. Olive, she whispered. Natakot siya sa sinapit nito, and she wished she could do something to help her. On the other hand, her ex-fiancé, the young hotel tycoon, Ian Sarmiento, was said to be on his way to London using his private jet. Folks, isn't it a very sweet gesture from him? Please remain watching for more updates. We'll be back after this short break. Halos madurog ang puso ni Rina nang marinig ang sinabi ng news anchor. They even had a clip of Ian, who appeared to be so worried. The video was recorded earlier that day. There's no question to ask. Rina figured that the news about Olive was the reason Ian went back to Manila at once. Olive was the emergency Ian had to attend. It was Olive he rushed to see, while he left his daughter and her foster mommy in the care of bodyguards. Nang hihinang napaupo siya sa sofa, Olive was back. Alicia's real mother was back. And there's no doubt that this time, if she survives, hindi na papayag pa si Ian na magkahiwalay pa silang muli. It was pretty obvious, Ian still loves Olive. Who would fly to London without the love force driving him to do so? 2 months. That's a short time. One doesn't move on from a broken heart in 2 months. And Ian obviously hadn't moved on yet. He said once he found Olive, they would complete their family and Rina had to go. He found her then. But she was still happy with her newfound love. This time, her vulnerable situation surely ignited the love flame in his heart, that hadn't died down yet. Kaya nga ito papunta sa London, diba? That's why he's rushing to see her. Ian was about to be reunited with his daughter's mother. Olive was traumatized. Lagi raw itong sumisigaw at umiiyak, at sa presensya lang ni Ian ito kumakalma. Ian on the other hand managed to clear his schedules to stay beside his ex, ayon na rin sa payo ng mga doktor sa London. In fact, 1 linggo na si Ian doon, and during those times, he would just call and talk to Alicia for a few minutes every day. Sina Rina at Ian hindi pa nag-uusap. Ayaw rin namang dumagdag ng dalaga sa mga alalahanin ni Ian. Alam niya na hindi biro ang pinagdadaanan nito. Mabuti rin nga at wala nang pasok si Alicia. Dahil may mga balita nang lumabas na si Olive talaga ang ina ng bata. Hindi niya alam kung paano iyon nalaman ng media. Pero sa panahon naman ngayon ay wala nang imposible. Hindi pa nagpapalabas ng opisyal na pahayag si Ian, at wala itong pinapaunlakan na interview. Pero ang problema, dahil mainit ang isyu, hindi makalabas sina Rina at Alicia. Lalo na dahil nauungkat iyong pagkakataon, na nakita silang kasama si Ian noon. There were lots of speculations. Sabi ng iba, babae siya ni Ian. Sabi ng iba, yaya lang siya ng bata, dahil obvious naman daw na hindi siya magugustuhan ng binata. Still others say na inakit niya ito. Ang nakakatawa sa lahat ng mga chismis, walang tumama. Nobody bothered to know who Rina really was. They came to somehow realize that Eli's real mother was Olive, but they didn't say na kaya nasa kanya ang bata, ay dahil pinabayaan ito ng ina nito. In the public's eyes, victim si Olive. At siya na dapat ay innocent party, ang itinuturong dahilan ng hiwalayan nina Olive at Ian noon. Ang masakit, pinapalabas nila na binablackmail niya si Ian gamit ang anak nito. Stop watching the news Rina, si Paul na agad in-off ang TV, nang madatnan siya nitong nanunood. Gusto ko lang maging updated. Nag-iwas siya ng paningin, nang umupo ito sa harapan niya. Rina, you're neither of those they say you are. You're a good person. You raised Alicia so well, even if no one asked you to. Ginagap nito ang mga kamay niya. Hindi naman nila ako kilala. I'm not affected, Paul, she lied. Dahil ang totoo nasasaktan na siya. I wanted to get angry with Ian. Bakit hindi na lang siya magpa-interview, at tapusin na lahat ng ibinibintang sa'yo? Surely the public will believe him. Iyon din ang isa pang ikinakasama ng loob niya, Ian can easily clarify the matter, pero hindi nito iyon ginagawa. Pero hindi naman siya magagalit dahil doon. Masyado nang madaming iniisip si Ian. Isa pa, sino ba naman siya, di ba? Gaya ng sinasabi nila, hindi naman siya importanteng tao. It's okay, Paul. It's not Ian's responsibility to defend me. Pinilit niyang ngumiti. Anyway, sinabi na ba sa'yo ni Ian kung kailan niya iuuwi si Olive? Pag-iiba niya ng usapan. I don't have any idea. Nag-uusap pa sila ni Paul nang tumunog ang cellphone nito. She looked at her wristwatch, and easily figured out na si Ian ang caller. Isa pa iyon, Ian knew her number, pero hindi ito sa kanya tumatawag para kausapin si Alicia. Take the call. Tumayo na siya at iniwan si Paul, na sinagot naman ang tawag. Rina missed Ian. Pakiramdam na wala naman siyang karapatang maramdaman. Dapat yata inuumpisahan na niyang patayin ang damdamin niya para sa binata. Rina, Paul called. Ian wants to talk to you, he added nang lumingon siya. Yeah. Walang siglang aniya. Yes, iniabot nito sa kanya ang cellphone. Lalabas muna ako. Thanks. Halos 10 seconds muna niyang tinitigan ang mukha ni Ian, na naka-flash sa screen bago niya iyon iniangat sa tainga niya. Ian, Rina, gosh, his voice, she really missed him. Ipinikit niya ng mariin ang mga mata, para pigilin ang luhang gustong humulagpos mula roon. Sorry, Eli's sleeping right now. Nakalimutan niya na oras na ng pagtawag mo. Would you like me to wake her up? She tried to sound as calm as she could. I know, Paul already told me. And no, don't wake her up. She was thinking of something to say. How's Olive? I mean, the news. Hindi kumpleto. I want to hear from someone who have first-hand information. She tried sounding unaffected now and just really concerned about her friend. I'm sorry Rina, was what he said instead. For what? Hindi ako nakapagpaalam sa'yo. I didn't want you to freak out. You've been through a lot, and I didn't want the news about your friend to add to your worries. Sincere naman ang pagkakasabi ni Ian, and somehow it made Rina feel, na kahit papaano ay naiisip rin naman siya ng binata. Ano ka ba, okay lang. I totally understand. You don't owe me any explanation. Just please make sure that Olive will be fine. She's okay now. I made sure she's got the best doctors. That's good. Few more days tapos uuwi na kami. He paused na parang nagdadalawang isip ito sa sunod na sasabihin, Rina Olive is staying with us. That's what she thought. According to her doctors, makakatulong iyon sa recovery niya. I hope it's okay with you, he added. Of course Ian, this is your house. She managed to say na bahagya pang tumawa. Pero maging siya ay natabangan sa tawa niya. I just want to give you a heads up. I trust that you will explain it to Eli. I will. Agad siyang nagpaalam sa binata, bago tumulo ang luha niya. It's happening. The start when Rina needs to tell Alicia about her real mother. Bukod doon, kailangan na rin niyang simulang ilayo ang loob ni Eli sa kanya. You can do this, Rina. You have to. The day came. Mula sa airport ay dumiretso na sila sa bahay ni Ian. Olive and Ian remained silent, at hindi pa rin humaharap sa media. Pero para sa katahimikan ng lahat, inilabas nila ang medical records ni Olive, at kung saan ito tutuloy habang lubusang nagpapagaling. Liv, Mahinang asal ni Rina, nang makaharap ang kaibigan. Naka-wheelchair ito at medyo tulala pa. Leave. She knelt in front of her, at ginagap ang mga kamay nito. Rina, she cried, Rina, he's going to finish me. Josh, he's a monster. He's going to hurt me, Rina. Her heart broke. Takot na takot ito na animo, ay bigla na lang itong sasaktan ng kung sino. It's okay now, leave. He can't come near you again. Niyakap niya ito ng mahigpit. I'm scared, humagulgol ito. I'm so scared. You're safe here, Ian, going to make sure of it. Right, Ian? Tiningala niya ang binatang nasa tabi lang nila. Hindi niya mabasa ang emosyon sa mga mata nito. He did a good job concealing his emotion. Of course, mixing tugon nito na mataman siyang tiningnan sa mga mata. Narinig mo yun? Baling niya sa kaibigan, para may excuse siyang bumitaw sa mga titig ni Ian. You're safe here. Josh can't hurt you again. Thank you, Rina. I know I don't deserve your kindness. I'm sorry, Rina. I'm sorry. It's okay, leave. Makakaya ba niyang magtanim ng sama ng loob kay Olive? Pagbali-baliktaran man ang mundo. She's still her friend, her best friend. Sinabi nga nito kay Ian ang tungkol kay Alicia, but in the end, everything worked out well. Except that now, at her return, Rina had to go. Magpahinga ka muna, sabi niya. Ang anak ko, Olive asked, natigilan si Rina. Alam naman niyang dapat by this time, ay nasabi na niya ang totoo kay Alicia. Ang problema, sa tuwing susubukan niya, hindi niya magawang saktan ang bata. Just thinking about how her child would cry, nadudurog na ang puso niya. Olive, salo ni Ian. Hindi pa alam ni Eli ang tungkol sa'yo. Please, just take a rest for now. But you're going to tell her, right? Parang bigla na naman itong naging tuliro. Of course, si Ian pa rin at ito na ang sumama sa silid ni Olive. Pero bago ito umalis, ay sinabihan siya nito na mag-uusap sila. Rina was walking back and forth, habang hinihintay sa study room si Ian. Anong pag-uusapan nila? Papwersahin na ba siya nitong sabihin na kay Alicia ang totoo? Now that Olive was back, hindi na rin naman niya alam kung saan siya lulugar. She could no longer pretend to be the mommy when the real mother was around. They could no longer fake a family with one daddy and two mommies. It would confuse Alicia, at hindi niya kayang pagdaanan ng anak niya iyon. Eli's a wonderful girl. She deserved the truth. And by making that happen, kailangan mawala siya sa picture. It's the only way. Rina knew it. It was just that, it's easier said than done. Rina, napaigtad siya at itinigil ang pagninilay-nilay, nang pumasok si Ian sa study. He was a picture of a tired man. But nonetheless, still very very handsome. Are you okay? Puno ng concern ang tinig nito. I'm sorry, napahikbi siya. Kapag usapin na ng pagiging ina niya sa anak nito, nagiging mahina siya. Alam kasi niya na wala siyang karapatan. Sinusubukan ko naman, nilapitan niya ito at bigla siyang luluhod sana sa harapan nito. Rina, he was quick na saluhin siya. So instead of ending up kneeling in front of him, nasa mga bisig siya ngayon ni Ian, at pareho silang nakaupo sa sahig. I'm sorry. I couldn't bring myself to tell Eli. She cried. I know this is not doing my part of the bargain, but please understand that it's difficult for me. Rina, kumalas ito sa kanya, at ikinulong sa mga palad nito ang luhaan niyang mukha. You're not going to tell her alone. It should be the two of us, malumanay nitong dagdag. Napapikit siya ng mariin. What difference would that make? Mababawasan ba noon ang sakit? Eli won't understand, giit niya. She's a smart girl. She'll understand. Oh boy, Ian already decided. You can no longer do anything about it, Rina. Marahas niyang tinanggal ang mga kamay nito sa mukha niya. Pinahid niya ang mga luha at tumayo. What part did Ian did not understand? Mahirap bang intindihin na nanay siya, at di niya kayang saktan ang anak niya? Then let me do it my own way, she said, walking away from him. I'm not saying you do it now, Rina. I'm keeping my word. You break it to Eli gently. We will break it to her gently. Sa isip niya, nagsisinungaling si Ian. Ayaw lang nitong aminin, pero naiinip na ito na hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa rin niya sinasabi kay Eli ang totoo. He was eager to complete his family, and it didn't include Rina. She's just a nuisance foster mother. No, I'm going to tell her alone. Mariin niyang sabi. May purpose siya roon. Ayaw niyang magalit din si Eli sa ama nito. She will take all the blame. Para pag-alis niya at hindi agad na makakapag-adjust sa presensya ni Olive, may ama itong matatakbuhan. Rina, frustrated na sambit nito sa pangalan niya. Alicia will be needing you, Ian. Just rest your case. Tinalikuran na niya ito, pero bago iyon ay nakita niyang gusto pa nitong makipagtalo. But maybe his tiredness had taken its toll on him. Hindi na ito nagsalita, bagkus ay napasuklay na lang ng daliri sa buhok nito. We know that I'm already overstaying, Ian. Just give me 1 week max and I'll be out of here. Out of Eli's life. Out of your life. Hinayaan ni Rina na tumulo lang ang kanyang luha. She shouldn't be hurting so much, right? She knew from the very start that she's bound to lose everyone one day. But just the mere thought of leaving her precious Eli, and the man she had learned to love, was already hurting Rina so much. But she couldn't blame anyone. It was all her fault for allowing herself to live the fantasy of having Ian and Eli in her life. They weren't hers but Olive's.